I don't know. Have a good day.
Hello everyone and welcome back. It's story time. Let's find out what happened. I think my girlfriend might be cheating on me. I decided to find out the truth and installed cameras. I feel miserable right now and I've been struggling with writing this the best I can. My girlfriend Kay and I have been dating for about 3 years and we currently live together in my apartment. We both work in the same industry, which sometimes requires us to travel. Kay usually lets me know if she has people over whenever I'm out of town, and I've done the same for her too. This morning I ran into my downstairs neighbor who awkwardly asked me to turn it down because he could hear us having sex from his apartment. I apologized and told him it won't happen again, and he said thank me since it was keeping him at night for the past couple weeks. I got confused since I just got back from an out-of-state project that took several weeks, and he confirmed the noises had been going on for a while. During that time away, Kay never said she had anyone over and was mostly going out instead. Or would you like her to call you and say, "Hi, I'm in your apartment with a guy right now, we are going to have sex"? I just wanted you to know, really. I think she might be cheating on me. Yeah, she might. Before Kay, I had another girlfriend who cheated on me. I found out because my brother found out and told me, and when I immediately confronted my ex, she first denied but later confessed. However, when we broke up, she and her friends who knew about her cheating lied and said I was the one who cheated, and everyone believed her since it was just me and my brother's words against hers, until one of her friends felt guilty and revealed the truth. That incident fucked me up for a while and made me swear off on any relationships until I met Kay. Kay and I met a few months after I moved here from across the country for work, and she's been everything to me. She knows about my ex and agreed that cheating will be a deal breaker. I don't know anyone who will say that cheating is great. Cheating doesn't change anything at all, especially at the first meeting. Especially if you like someone, you will only nod and say, "I agree with you, dear."
I agree with you. I agree with you.
But the possibility of her cheating is torturing me. Not just for having my heart and trust broken but I feel like a fucking idiot for being this naive. Since that morning I felt really sick and just went back to bed. Kay is out right now and doesn't know I'm at home. I don't have definite proof she's been cheating. My only word is my neighbor's, and I have no reason not to trust him since he's always been pretty nice guy and this was the first he has ever complained. I feel like if I confront her now without proof, she's will pull their same thing my ex did. I really hope that I'm just being paranoid and she never cheated, but I feel like a horrible person for not trusting her and jumping to conclusions. What should I do? Confront her now or wait? If I do confront her, what's the best way to do so? You should run like Forrest Gump, I think. Update. So was originally going to sort of hint to her what Dan, our neighbor downstairs, said about it hearing sex noises during the week, but as some others suggested that might tip her off, so I came out with something different. I texted her earlier in the afternoon that I wasn't going to be home until after midnight, but I waited at home to see if she would bring anyone with her while I was out. I'm already imagining this scene, how he sits in the closet, maybe, and prepares to jump out with the words, "Are you cheating on me? Did I catch you red-handed?" She came home just by herself, but she was startled to see me. Also, she said it was because she didn't see me on the couch. What a pity it wasn't a closet. She sat impassively on the sofa, looked at the clock, and waited. You can imagine how his heart was pounding when she opened the door. Is she alone or not? Is he cheating or not? Have you prayed tonight, Desdemona?
Have you prayed tonight, Desdemona?
I told her I finished work earlier than expected and my phone just died. You're a terrible liar. I tried looking at her phone while she was in the shower, but there is a passcode on there. Some people were also suggesting she might have been watching porn on another adult show. I didn't want to answer earlier, but it might be a possibility since both of us watch porn, usually together, and we both don't have any problems with the other watching on our own. I asked if she watched anything while I was away, and she said yes, and wanted to know if I was interested tonight. So I guess that made sense. I didn't mention Dan hearing the noises, but still it couldn't have been that loud enough to disturb Dan, since we've always watched in the bedroom. The only place where he could hear loud noises would be our living room, where we don't play it. So despite her being really startled seeing me tonight, Kay hasn't acted out of the ordinary, and she gave me an answer without me tipping her off. But something feels off. I can't really sleep since the world thing has been keeping me up, and still feel like she is hiding something. As much as I hate to do this, I might get a couple cheap cameras around the apartment to see if she brings anyone home while I'm out again. Second update. The next morning, I ran into Dan again while Kay was out for work. He apologized for the weight exchange, and I told him it was fine, but I was still curious and asked him what exactly he heard and when it happened, so that it wouldn't happen again. Dan was more comfortable this time and told me that it was a combination of loud moans, yes, and furniture being moved around, not just in the area where our bedroom is, but also in our living room, and they happened on and off past midnight. I asked if he heard anything on the night I came home, since Kay and I had sex that night, and he said he didn't. My heart sank when he said that. I felt sorry for this guy, like, damn. I was just so shocked that I kept mumbling, but I just got home that night. Dan put two and two together and started apologizing to me profusely. He apparently didn't know that I had been out for weeks, and when he first addressed this to me, I thought he was only talking about the night I came back. I told him everything, and he said he felt awful that Kay might be cheating on me. He swore he never saw Kay with anyone the weeks I was gone, and when he interacted with her, she never indicated that I was out. Dan promised he would keep an eye out and let me know of anything suspicious, and if I needed anything, he would be there for me. Based on what Dan said, Kay was definitely not watching porn. Whenever we had sex, it was typically before midnight on the morning, never past midnight. Part of me wanted to confront her immediately or throw her shit out of my apartment. It's not under her name, but she splits expenses with me and changed the locks, but still no proof other than just Dan. Per the advice given in the previous thread, I am planning on getting cameras and putting them around places where she probably can see them. The only problem is trying to schedule a time where I can be out. We both work in the same industry and the projects we work on are pretty public. She's currently working on one that's local while my next one isn't for a couple of weeks, but it's local too. I couldn't tell any of my friends this, so I called my brother instead, and of course, he's livid. Of course he's livid. How you managed to find such girls? He and my family really love Kay, and he was outraged of my behalf. He suggested what everyone else said and get cameras, but when I told him she was going to be out frequently and I was going to be home, he believed she could be seeing her cheating partner outside of my apartment and volunteered to fly out and tell her from me, which I immediately said no to. His brother's like a bounty hunter, right? He has always been really hot-headed and abrasive, and my ex, before Kay, was able to use that against him when he caught her with her cheating partner. Then he tried convincing me to hire a private investigator, but I wasn't really comfortable with that idea. Money isn't the issue, just more like I felt it was too extreme. I told him not to tell anyone, and he reluctantly agreed. I just don't know how to protest this. The thought of Kay bringing some asshole home to fuck on my bed and all over my living room after all I told her about my cheating ex has taken a huge mental toll on me. Was she taking advantage of me this whole time? Is it someone from her circle of friends who I've never really clicked well with but get along fine, or someone I've never met before? Honestly, when we first started dating, I always felt that she was way out of my league. Kay is so beautiful and jubilant, and I've always been kind of shy and reserved. She helped me get out of my depression with my ex and helped me adjust to the city we live in after moving from across the country. Why would she do this to me? It really sucked having to lie when she got home last night and asked me how I was feeling and telling her that I was fine. She doesn't seem to suspect anything and she acts like nothing happened. Too long didn't read. Neighbor revealed more details that convinced me my girlfriend was cheating on me and told cameras, but my brother suggested telling her while she is out, but I'm not comfortable with that. Overall, I'm devastated. Grow a spine and just ask if she had anyone over while you were gone. Don't specify gender or anything, give her the opportunity to tell you what happened, and maybe it's fine. If she says she didn't bring anyone over, then mention what your neighbor said. What's your reaction? If she panics, then you know what you need to know. There's a possibility she went out with friends and had some friends get freaky on your furniture a few times. Maybe she went out of town and let someone else crash there. She probably is cheating on you, but you never know. You'll also never know unless you ask. If it turns out she has been burning other people, do you really want to see it? Do you really need evidence? So this is already killing you with stress. Just break their fucking seal. And now story time is over. Thank you for your attention and have a good one.
I don't know. Have a good day.